Welcome to the adventures of Mereak Firmaxe, a character created in 1988 for tabletop role-playing games and later computer games. Thank you for joining me on an adventure today. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit like and subscribe below and leave me a comment. Today we will be taking a tour of Mereak Firmaxe's great gardens in the Elven Quarter. Over 250 patches to grow everything you need for beer to food. I hope you enjoy. So if you'd like to farm in a nice lush green area uh, and you want to use a bunch of rock because you just don't know what to do with it. Also you want to be near Elbereth's blessing. So every 4 days you farm and get the blessing to remind yourself, then this video is for you. Now this is Mereak Firmaxe rebooted world, and I started repairing a few buildings, but then stopped when the announcement came that we're getting enhancements to the build system. So I'll wait to finish redoing and restoring the buildings soon. Now, just so you know, I planned on using this area of the Elven Quarter, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with. I was given a bunch of stone buildings in this area, and I started using this stone building, and I'm going to use the other stone building for my mushroom production, so dark production. And I built this massive two-story, oh, DoorDash is here, two-story stone structure, stone and wood structure. I put the lattice work, keeping it open and airy while keeping out the snack rats and the pig creatures. I do plan on removing all of this and turning this into a mushroom factory as well. This area is nice too if you ever decide you just want to go hunting for a while, gather and farm. This is a nice area. Now to just orient yourself, I did part of this was over a bear's nest, and I built down and around and in back of it. Oh, part of the building fell down over here. I'll have to come and repair that. But that's what it is. We'll go take care of this bear real quick. Oh, oh, I'm tired. In the game. Anyway, so let's go on inside. Wood truss ceiling. I put in some pillars to help hold it up, evenly spaced. I'm going to walk around these. Little poke through with a column, but not bad. These open areas allow the air in and out, and I think they just look a little nicer. They're like very large windows, but I put the lattice work in them. Not that anything would crawl through there. It'd be stopped. And this is the other door over by the bear's nest. There is an upstairs, a little bit of tree poking through, try to bring in nature. I embedded the stonework on the end so you didn't see the edge of the wood. Kind of rounded that all out, hid it. So very large planting area. In fact, this place has 249 of the squares to grow things in. Massive amounts of production out of this place. And I gotta say, it has a really nice view. Not that I'm a big fan of elves or eating green things, but that is a nice view in here. There's not a lot of bad stuff hanging around here, by the way. I mean, the wolves are occasional, 2 to 4 of them. The bears, the hunting's good with the deer and the pig things. And you can get some serious hide out of here. I kind of stopped building for the most part and just cleaned out areas given the stability of the build system and the patches they're about to put in. But then I decided, I know how to build with stone and wood and all. Um, and if I'm pretty sure if I make it stable now, it'll be stable then because they said they're not going to do an earthquake, which to me means that it's not going to be a, a huge um, destructive change. I think they use, by what they said, they use the earthquakes to hide the fact that they've done something that is destructive. Anyway, nice big building, lots of areas to grow in. I use solid corners for structural integrity. Uh, I swear, and I've said this in the past, someone here took their um, strength of materials course in college and tried to implement it in this game, which commend them. I've seen and I've played now Valheim and I've played um, Enshrouded, and their build systems have a lot of choice, and I think we're about to get a lot of choice, and that you can do very minute buildings by building one little teeny tiny square at a time, which my son and grandson tells me is like Minecraft. I, but I mean, you can just build something in the middle of the sky, and there's no structural integrity, and I just don't feel like it's got a feeling like the dwarves who were created by um, what's the god's name? Asloon? I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I'd have to look it up. As engineers and creators. In fact, there was that whole in the Silmarillion conversation about when the race was created, and they were just like, well, if they go and they cut down the trees will defend themselves. And the god said, well, okay, but they're going to need wood for their creations and their crafting because that's what I've made them for. And so I think in a world like Tolkien, where obviously the laws of physics exist, um, we I'd like to see a much greater emphasis placed on the ability to craft real things. Of course, lately I've gotten quite a bit of ideas racked up now that we're hitting the end of a patch. Uh, so oh, 2 for 1, yay! But yeah, you can come here, relax a little bit, do a little hunting, a little gathering. I've put in ladders for, and I've taken out most of the junk. I'm also redoing the mines, um, getting rid of the wood, putting up new scaffold. I figured no dwarf would want to be on 1,000-year-old scaffold. Like, okay, you may have slayed a dragon, but we're not crazy. Let's put up some sturdy scaffolding. Certainly wouldn't blame them. come on. Now, I just watched a video with a gentleman who put a sauna out there. It was sweet. Um, you should look it up on YouTube. Lord of the Rings Return to Moria sauna. If I remember, I'll link it below. That was quite impressive. I hope we get all the parts and tools to properly fix and sweep up this stuff. It sounded like they really wanted to get there, so. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this quick video. Thank you. Thank you for watching another episode of Mereak Firmaxe's Adventures. I hope you enjoyed Mereak's Great Garden. Stay tuned for the next episode where I'm going to do part 1 of the refurbishment and exploration of the Mines of Moria.